and whereas big companies are starting to lay people off. Hello everyone, welcome to a Biz Creator channel. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope that you're having a wonderful day today. So today I'm going to be talking about job loss and AI and a little bit about how the job market has changed. So if you are in the middle of looking for a new career, or you're starting your career, or if you're looking for a job, or you're thinking about starting another job, please stick around. I'm going to give you a few pointers here about how you can transition with the AI shift. I have been doing some research about it, and this is just a disclaimer, and all of this information is in my opinion. I have heard of AI companies talking about some of the numbers as far as they are projecting job loss because of AI, due to AI, not only in the next year, but also in the next 5 years. There could be as much as 80% of jobs taken over by AI. And so that's a very huge number. And although that may not be a fact, this video here is to get you prepared and start thinking about what you can do when that time comes, because depending on where you're at in your career, this could affect you pretty quickly, as I've learned with my career. And so I am pivoting, and I want you to be able to do the same, or at least start thinking about it. Okay, so this video is in no way going to fearmonger you or anything like that. It's just a video that is going to help you think outside of the box, okay? I can't even believe I literally had just found out that, okay, because not necessarily I don't have a boring job, but it is the same task, repetition over and over. It's data entry, and I work in a skilled field of work, and it can most definitely be replaced by AI. I didn't think that it could right away within the next 5 years. I thought, oh, I'm good for the next 5 years, but in actuality, AI is very trained and very smart and can do tasks that are repetitious, and it can be trained and coded to do the tasks that many of us are doing now at our job. And so yeah, that is definitely something to be thinking about on how you're going to shift your career, as I am. And so if you can relate to this, please keep watching. I'm going to keep it as short as possible and as positive as possible, because this is not an easy topic to talk about. I know everybody has their viewpoints on AI, and as a collective, as white collar or business owners, this is our chance to either pivot or stand against it in a way that we need to, into where we could keep our traditional businesses going. And I'm going to give you a few pointers here of what I've learned. Okay, so number one, I think it's important that you get ahead and you prepare. Okay, so when I was growing up in my 20s, we did have computers, but we still used papers. I had a stapler, I had a printer where I'd print out bills, and we still mailed out checks, and a lot of our work was not fully automated yet. And so even though we had the internet for about 10 years already, it wasn't advanced yet. It was still half and half, right? So I still had papers on my desk, physical papers. And so I even worked at a company where we had a Rolodex, and that is a list of phone numbers. They're like cards like this, and you just flip through them by A through Z, and you can find the name of the person you're looking for. And it's literally it's like a notebook. We still had that. We didn't have phone numbers like in the computer saved or anything like that. There was still paperwork on the desk, which is so crazy to think about. So in the last 20 years with the internet, a lot of our jobs are automated. So now, for example, your bills or the way you do sales or customer service is either automated through email, where you're sending emails and you're responding back and forth, or for example, you don't have to print paperwork anymore. Everything is saved in an EDI software program. Everything is digital now, right? Obviously. Okay, so we're all digital. So wait. Okay, so like I said, we are living in a digital and automated world, and this is take two. My modem just fell over, so it kind of just scared the crud out of me. So this is part two of part one. Just kidding. Yes, so companies have become very automated and they're going to continue to automate to help their bottom line. And please keep in mind, this is just all this information is in my opinion, and it's here. I'm here to help you start thinking about how to shift your career or shift with the changing times with AI. So number two, AI is having a transitional shift and it's changing the way that we do our jobs traditionally. As I was saying before, jobs were not fully digital or automated 20 years ago when I started my career, but they have evolved since and everything is now digital. AI is taking over the traditional job market and accelerating it into new ways of how to make money and do work, and whereas big companies are starting to lay people off. And within the next year, more job loss will be coming. Big companies, they're really more concerned about their bottom line and will start to automate with AI. And then from then on, the next 5 years, more jobs will be taken over by AI, depending on the business model and their ethics, and if they even want to automate. Some companies may not want to go to AI, but so there's that. Most of the big companies will, right? But some companies will just stay digital as they are now and won't change fast. It's going to take time for the shift to happen. It's going to be a blanket time in where and how the job market is going to change. So hang in there, okay? There will be jobs still. So there's a shift in generations, and as the job market, as careers evolve and as time goes on with the internet, every generation has gone through a change, and now your generation, depending on where you're at, you're seeing the change in how you're going to be doing work or finding work. White collar jobs that are considered, I wouldn't say boring, but are more data entry or can do a task repetitiously, those will be taken over. And that's kind of my red flag, because my job is data entry. And although it is a professional job, I have been hearing that it can be automated. One of the tasks that I am doing currently can be automated. I'll give you an example. Emails, those can be automated. You see those bots that are responding, and you have to keep asking for a live agent to talk to someone before the bot will let you through. Email and customer service, probably one of the first jobs to go, or administrative assistants and anything that could be automated, right? Okay, so keep that in mind. And just the last point I want to make, I didn't want to make this video too long. So whether you're jobless or you're looking for a new career or you're shifting your career, you can now pivot. What you need to do is start studying AI, and they're doing AI testing. There's prompt engineering that you could do. You can learn new careers. You can learn how to be kind of manage the AI agents. So anytime there's something goes wrong, maybe you can learn how to do the IT side of the AI business. Maybe you can run an AI company or start a business where you can automate or help other companies with their marketing. And there's just so many other jobs that you can do. And you may have to change your career, and you may have to find the career that suits you best and just study for it and do that. I'm in my late 40s and I'm willing to change my career if I need to. So that's why I'm making this video. I ran out of breath. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm trying to talk as fast as possible too, because I kind of do talk slow. But anyway, it's nice to meet you and I'm glad you're here. So let me finish my third point. Okay, so you're going to learn new skills. Also, being a content creator is a very good space to be in, because AI can only take over so much of who we are as humanity, as humans. And so content creation is a good thing to get into if you're thinking about being on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. Also, AI will begin to dominate platforms, which is kind of like there's a yin and a yang, right? It's like, oh, I can be a content creator, but wait, AI is going to take over. I've already seen AI videos. I've seen a baby AI Ice Cube singing on TikTok. I've seen just like baby AI rappers and it's already on YouTube. And YouTube is going to allow AI content creators. So if you want to pivot into AI content creation, you could do that as a career. Obviously, you're not going to make money yet, but start now. I would definitely advise you to start now. This is my opinion. I'm going to have another video about this. There's a shift, and I have lived through all of them, from cell phones to cell phones having the internet on them, the web, and then from and then to social media, and then from social media to AI. So I've lived all. I used to have a phone that connected into the wall. I remember the rotary phone where you had to, the numbers you'd have to put your finger in and turn the dial. So yeah, I'm going to make a video about that. And I'm also going to make a really good, interesting video that you might like. It's called If You Are Watching This in the Future. So it's so weird because like, I think what I do like about content creation and YouTube and just in general is this is like a timestamp, right? So I can literally film what it was like to not have the internet at work and to be sitting there like printing out bills and stapling papers together and filing them in an actual file cabinet and pulling them out, versus now everything is on the internet. It's on the computer, it's saved to the desktop, and it's digital. And it's just, I feel like if someone in the future is going to watch these videos, they're going to be like, what is she talking about paperwork? Like, what is she talking about in a file cabinet? What? Like, some of these topics that we talk about on YouTube are going to seem so not taboo, but they're going to seem so outdated someday, right? Because with AI, it's going to move very quickly, is what I'm gathering from all of the top tech company CEOs, and that when they started AI, I guess 2 years ago is when kind of it started to be talked about. No one really, it didn't get traction, right? But now it's starting to. It's just evolving so quickly, right? And also the AI companies like DeepSeek, Gemini, ChatGPT, and there's like 5 other ones. They're all competing, and they're competing. So whoever is going to get to the top first is going to dominate the AI space. So they're going to definitely accelerate it, and a lot of companies are going to move with it. And even companies are going to downsize from like 50 people to like 10. And that kind of just shows you, on the grand scheme of things, business as we know it will never be the same. But guess what? You can still sell your products. You can still have a service and help people. And you can still be a content creator. And you could still do jobs like plumbing, and you could still do blue collar jobs. I mean, you don't have to be totally worried about shifting your career, because there's always going to be work out there. You just have to be willing and available to learn and grow and change and do what you need to do to have a good living. And yeah, I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching this video about job loss, the job market change, and AI. It's such an exciting time to be in, and I'm going to do a few more videos on AI, and also talk about the job market, and if you need any help with finding a job, or if you want to understand more about what I mean about pivoting your career or learning a new trade or whatnot, leave me a message below, because I think it's very important to learn about AI and how to learn about their models and how they're doing the prompt engineering. And I feel like they're still going to need humans behind the bots. We're not going to be robots ever, so like they can't replace us, okay? So don't you worry about it. All right, well, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Take care. Bye-bye.